All right, there's going to be times, actually a number of times, when we're going to have either multi-step questions or problems that we're working out, and or mixed operations within an equation of some sort. We're going to get to the point ultimately where it's not going to happen until probably right before Christmas break this semester, and then a little bit later into the second semester where one problem will fill up the entire board, and then a little bit more sometimes. Okay? We're not there yet. We're currently doing one or two step processes right now, but that will happen eventually. So the question now becomes, okay, do I round at the end of every step? Well, the answer to that will be no, and I'll show you why here in a second. But try this one. This is something that would be a relatively typical thing that we might end up doing. Yeah, I gotta figure this one out. Hold on a second. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, let's see what we all come up with the result for this particular problem, just out of curiosity. I'm sorry, were you saying something? Do the best you can for right now. I just want to see how everyone's brains work. I already know how yours does now. So has this ever happened before, sir? This response? Oh, that's why. All right, does anyone have an answer yet? Kayla, what do you have?
That was right.
I know you don't know if it's right.
Well, I didn't know when to round, but
I know that. Let's go.
0.7 grams per milliliter.
0.7 grams per milliliter. Does anyone have anything different than that? Stella, what do you have?
I had 0.64 grams per milliliter.
0.64. Yeah. Sarah?
I rounded it to 1.
1. Yes.
I have 1.45.
This is interesting. You guys are getting, I actually got started on this in a couple of the groups yesterday. You guys are coming up with something different. Yes, wait, time out. No, it's not that. Emily.
0.65.
Say this again?
0.65.
6.5, okay. Come on, somebody else. There's got to be at least one other one out there. Kaylee.
I have 0.7.
Where's Kelsey?
Kelsey's at the doctor.
Okay. Maya, what do you have? You have one of those? Okay. So here we go. A couple of them are interesting, I will say that. But let's do this. Obviously, well, what's the issue with this particular problem relative to the ones that we've done so far?
There's more than one operation.
There's more than one, so there's more than one operation, and each of those operations has a different set of rules. So we have some mixed operations here, right? Okay, we got some subtraction, we got some division going on. So, two different sets of rules. Which rule do you follow? Both, individually and separately, okay? So this should cover things. There's a lot of things we're gonna get out of this right here. All right, so obviously we're gonna have to do this subtraction first. Hopefully everyone is comfortable with doing that in your head and getting 4.68. Okay, what I'm gonna do is show you the technique that I use a lot of times when I'm writing out my solutions to things that I know are gonna end up getting posted on Canvas so you guys can follow along and see what's going on. A lot of times if there's intermediate results, I'll put those intermediate results in brackets, near, above, or some such thing there. So we'll put 4.68. Now, the problem with that subtraction, hi Mr. Herman,
I'm strong.
would you like to use the fume hood?
No. I think I'll probably just.
Okay.
I-
The issue with this is this value right here, this result, is only valid to a specific number of significant figures or place. What place would that be? The one place. This is only valid to the ones place. Here's the deal though. Many of you that are, pretty comfortable with this stuff would say, oh, well then I'll just round that to 5. Okay? But then if you round that now, then we're going to have to do a division problem with another result that we're going to end up rounding. So that's one rounding, there's a second rounding, and then potentially a third rounding. You see where I'm going with this? So within one problem, we will have rounded up to 3 times. That can and will often really throw our results off. I mean badly. Okay? So we only want to round one time in any problem, just one time. So notice how I put a little line there. That's a little note. This is the way I do it. You can do it. I'll show you 2 or 3 other ways, okay? But somehow or other indicate to yourself that this value is only valid to this value, this decimal place right here, okay? A couple other ways you can do it that I've seen. People like to either write them as like a little lowercase or subscript kind of thing, or maybe a superscript kind of thing. So on regular writing, they'll write the numbers that are valid, and the ones that are not valid, they'll write in some sort of other way. So there's a number of different things you can do there. Pick what you like. Anyway, moving on. Now we're going to do this subtraction. Another result. I don't know what that ends up being. Is it like 7.26 or something like that?
Yes.
7.26. Another intermediate result. Okay, that I'll put in brackets there. To what decimal place is that valid? Well, we're doing subtraction, right? So we care about the precision. This one's precise to the hundredths, and this one's precise to the hundredths. Therefore, this one's precise to the hundredths. So I make a little mark there to make a note to myself that this one is valid to that decimal place. So now we did this operation, we did this operation. Whenever you're doing multi-step operations, always carry at least one, if not more, extra significant figures along, so that you don't end up rounding for the reasons we talked about. So, since I only have 2 extra significant figures here, I don't have any extra significant figures here, I'm just going to take these 2 values and do my division. So, 4.268 divided by 7.26, that ends up giving me, when I did this on my handy dandy calculator, gave me that value. And for those of you with $1 billion calculators, you may have had more information beyond that yet, but that's what my calculator gave. Okay? Now, we have to make a decision. To what decimal place, which is what someone, I think it was Kayla, had said earlier, I didn't know where to round this. And I know, that's the whole point. So now the question becomes, I've got this value here that we're dividing by this value. Of course, if you remember, the rule for division is you care about the number of significant digits. This one only has 1. Very good. And this one has 3. Remember, it's only valid to that.
Oh.
Right? That's why I put that little mark, okay? So when I do my division, it's only valid to 1 significant digit, which is right here. Therefore, this person, and in a way this person was thinking correctly in the 1 significant figure realm, okay, but it just had the wrong one. So it ends up being 0.6 grams per milliliter as the correct answer. Yes?
Are we allowed to write 0.6 or 0.6, or is there a difference between them, or it has to?
Always put the 0 before the decimal. Yes. For the reasons that we talked about a long time ago, with confusing that decimal to be a stray mark, a period, if you're writing out things, it would be considered a period.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a good idea to get in the habit of putting the 0 there. Yes?
Why is the 4 only significant?
Why is only the 4? Because this is valid to the this is significant to the hundredths place. Sorry about that. Precise to the hundredths place. This one's only precise to the ones place. So since we're subtracting, I go with my least precise measurement, which is the ones place. Okay. Now we've learned all that. Let's try another one and see if you guys can get a little bit better. Oh, what did Mr. Homer put my stuff? There it is.
Whoops, wrong operation.
Okay. Take all these little handy dandy things that we've just learned and see if you can apply that to this particular problem. Okay, I have no idea what the answer is. So let's do this together. What'd you guys get for a result up top? Did anybody happen to write something down? Go ahead. What's that?
925.98.
925.98. Okay. Anyone concur? We good there? Okay. What about the bottom? 12 something? 12 point what?
347.
Now, this particular result is valid where? Go ahead. Which one? To the 10th place? I disagree.
Wait, what are you asking?
I'm asking if I were to just write down the result of this and round it to the correct number of significant figures, what would I round it to? 3 significant figures? I disagree.
Two.
Just 2, which would be here. You guys following? 1, 2.
So that one's valid to there.
This one is valid to where? To the 7, to the thousands place, because we're adding in this case. I'm gonna let that soak in for a little bit. Is it soaking? A little pre-wash. Oh, sorry. Okay, so now we're going to do some division, right? So we divide this value by this value. Just out of curiosity, what answers were you guys coming up with? Is it Evan? No. Burkhart is your last name. Bryce. Are you Bryce? What'd you get? 74.996. Did anybody else get something other than that? What'd you get?
This is after the initial division.
No, I'm talking the whole thing.
Oh, 74.936.
Interesting. Kayla, what'd you get?
I got 75.
Okay. Anyone else? Something different. Carolyn, what'd you have?
74.996.
Oh, okay. Zach, what'd you get? Okay. Caden, what'd you get? Okay. All right, we'll go with this. Let's see what happens. So now we do the division. What is the result of this division?
74.93566.
74.936. Okay. However, since we're dividing, we only care about the number of significant figures. This one only has how many that are valid? 2. This one has 5. Therefore, my answer can only have 2, which would be right there. We have a hand up.
I was just gonna say when I did it on my calculator, I got 74.996, not 74.
Yeah, I got that too.
Am I not putting it in right?
996 blah blah blah. Or just 3.
Yeah. There's the problem.
Okay, well anyway, so there we go. See, once again, we do silly thing. How many of you have already done today a silly thing on your calculator? Anyone besides Jason? Yeah, well, it happens all the time. All right, so anyway, be careful. So we would round that to 75. And the answer is, for units, go ahead.
Is it meters squared per kilogram?
Yes. We're having, geez, look at all we're doing. We're getting unit work out of this. We're getting, who had 75? Look at you guys go. We don't have to worry about this anymore ever again, do we? You'll just be wonderful at this. What's that? Should probably worry about it? Okay. Well, I do have an assignment for you.